I'm sure I'm not the only one who is already looking forward to my spring and summer travel plans, and I'm currently scouring the internet for the best deals I can possibly find on business and first class flights. Believe it or not, the spring and summer travel planning season is already here. And if you're looking to score the best deals on flights, especially if you want to upgrade those flight options, here are the top 5 tips you should know about. So go ahead, grab your cup of coffee, and let's chat. Number 1, my travel tip, points, points, points. Don't forget about using those airline points on your long haul flights. Many credit cards, including Chase, Capital One, and other airline affiliated credit cards, offer you points for each dollar that you spend, especially at certain retailers or on certain items. And don't forget that many airlines offer their own loyalty programs as well. So if you tend to fly a lot with American or with the Delta family of airlines, try to stick with them, especially if you're flying internationally. And don't forget those partner airlines as well. For example, American Airlines is part of the One World Alliance, so they have a lot of partner airlines that you can actually transfer your points to. Often, points can even be used for seat upgrades, and certain airlines like Delta allows you to split the difference between points and cash options. Number 2, if you're looking to score the best deal on a business or a first class seat, be flexible when thinking about your layover options and just how long that layover is going to be. Opting for flights with layovers, especially through hubs in Asia or the Middle East, can result in a more affordable business class ticket. For example, flying from Melbourne to New York via Hong Kong has been found to be a lot cheaper than some of the direct routes. I actually used this tip a couple of years ago when I was flying from Spokane, Washington to Dubai. I flew Qatar Airways and got a business class ticket that had a stopover in Doha. And when I tell you, it was one of the best layovers I've ever had, because you actually got to enjoy the airport, all of the amenities, and did I mention the lounge? It was chef's kiss. So if you have flexible travel plans, think about maybe taking a little longer of a layover. It'll save you some money, and you might even get a chance to see a new city as well. Number 3, don't forget, seats aren't just economy, business, and first class anymore. There's premium economy too. Now, some airlines have their own name for it, like Delta and Comfort Plus, but essentially they're just a step in between economy and business class. They usually offer you upgraded amenities, and fares do vary based upon airline, but generally speaking, they're a lot cheaper than business class. So a few years ago, I flew from Spokane, Washington to London on Virgin Atlantic Airlines. I flew premium economy, and I have to say the entire experience was outstanding. We had plenty of extra leg room, and with Virgin, you actually got to get up and go to their snack wall and pick out any snacks that you wanted throughout the duration of the flight, in addition to their meal services as well. My favorite part though was probably the footrest. For me, that's one of the issues I always have when flying. I can't quite sleep with my feet down on the floor like that. So that extra legroom and the elevated footrest, top tier. Tip number 4, if you don't quite want to shell out that much money for premium economy, business, or first class, look at booking in an exit row. Now, yes, sometimes these seats are a little more expensive, but they're not as expensive as one of these other upgrades, and they often offer you just as much legroom. Now, of course, there are a lot of stipulations in being able to book and sit in an exit row, but if you can book it, I definitely recommend. And finally, this one's a bit of a gamble, but if you're interested in really saving money and you are just absolutely set on getting a business or a first class seat, you can always wait till the day of your flight. Often airlines will give you discounted upgrade options at check-in or even via email or their app just before your flight is set to depart. Purchasing an economy ticket and then seeking out a last-minute deal can be a really easy way to enjoy some premium class amenities without breaking the bank. Now, of course, the gamble is you might not actually get that business class or premium economy seat, but there's always a chance. Now, if you do decide to upgrade though at the last minute, just make sure you read the fine print. So in 2023, my cousin and I actually went to Dubai and Abu Dhabi, and the day before our flight was set to depart Dubai, I actually was able to upgrade my seat on Qatar. It was perfect. I saved a ton of money on the seat, but I didn't get all of the amenities like lounge access. For me, it didn't really matter because, well, I didn't really care about going to the lounge. I cared more about the seat, so it was great. And I saved several $100s in booking it the day before. But like I said, there's always a risk involved with that one. It's especially handy though if you're flying domestically. I've had a lot more luck flying domestically on getting an automatic or even bidding on an upgrade the day of when I'm flying here in the States as opposed to flying internationally. Anyways, those are just a few of the tips that I have picked up over the years in all of my travels. In the meantime, let me know if you've ever used any of these travel tips to upgrade your flight by leaving me a comment there in the comment section below. If you found these tips useful, make sure to check out my travel must-haves for 2025 video here on YouTube. And be sure to give me a like, hit that subscribe button, and that notification bell as well so you don't miss any of my travel tips videos.